on her list.
All
You
right,
have a nice
whatever.
person. Yeah,
There's
completely
only one
non-homo.
person with a list, but we're not going to get into that.
Anyway, like in the beginning, I felt like my ego is the biggest thing that's been working against me, obviously. And after a while, people just muted me on TeamSpeak, and then, like, I just wanted at some point I just stopped hating everyone, and I wanted to just start talking about StarCraft, whatever was on streams. And then I pop into the channel, everyone's already got me muted, and then, what is it? Like one of them alt tabs to check TeamSpeak, and then one of them says, "Okay, so Breaker, like, no, one of them just says straight up, Breaker, as soon as someone DDoSes you, I'm gonna have a better time," or something like that. Basically it says like, why the fuck do you have to connect to this TeamSpeak server? And then then I just started going ape shit in TeamSpeak, because even though they started muting me, I started being a putrid fucking cunt to them, in the words of Richard Lewis. And
Your
yeah,
words.
yeah. And like I just switched from TeamSpeak channel to TeamSpeak channel. I was poking them, and I was poking them some more. And the thing is, I was pissed. 3 days without a cigarette. Try staying calm, you know. But
I've gone my whole life without a cigarette. I'm pretty fucking calm.
That's sounds like me.
To this date, I've still failed to quit smoking. So I mean,
All you have to do is not smoke.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, like,
Yeah, that's basically how quitting works.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they weren't happy with me. I mean, the admins of the team had a talk with me, and they're like, just, you know, maybe stay away from those guys. I was like, sure, okay. And that was that. But, oh, I mean, like, I didn't get banned from the team, although I must admit there were some times when I probably should have been. But, yeah. What?
All right. Any other questions? Because I really need to get going.
Hey, Jesse, you want to take over for Puck? I want to take one more call.
Sure.
A little bit imbalanced considering we got 2 Terrans and 1 Zerg, but
All right.
yeah.
See you guys
I mean,
later.
we're not
See ya,
talking about widow mines or whatever.
Later, man.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah. Fuck Kodo Mines, Kappa.
All right. E-cigs help. Yeah, they do. It's great to have those. All right. So let's take. You guys want 2, 3 more call-ins?
Let's.
One,
Well,
2, 3.
Two. One
Two.
or two. One or two.
Okay, let's take 2 more call-ins, guys. All right. So you guys go ahead and just add me on Skype. That would be EXE Breaker. Maybe ask your question, and then we'll all be just a little bit more dandy.
Would be more dandy.
Sorry, I'm an Oklahoma boy. Wait,
Uh-huh.
let me swap these around. Dude, what the XSplit? Why you no like me? Okay. So, let me ask you this while we're waiting for someone to call in. What are the proudest achievements you guys have ever had in StarCraft 2? Hello?
Okay, I'll go ahead and say mine. Back in Wings of Liberty, my proudest achievement was probably top 32 at the very first Korean MLG. So that was actually when I first started playing, and that was MLG Providence. I hold that really high because that's also when I first got my Steel Series gear.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh wow, you know, this gear is awesome, it's making me do really well, and I managed to get top 32. It was really awesome, and I still hold that achievement, even though I didn't win anything, because I didn't make the top 16. It's definitely an achievement to me. And I think that was one of the motivating factors that kind of got me into streaming back into Wings of Liberty, because I used to do like just stream here or there just for fun, but then it actually became like a real thing. So that is my #1 achievement, I think.
All right. This is where I got to admit, like, I don't know. Never mind. Completely irrelevant. But how about you, Sam? What's yours?
Like just making it onto a team, traveling. You know, it's kind of what I imagined from the start. Because like when I started playing, I did want to like travel to play and stuff like that, and making it onto a team. Like not like a fringe team or anything like that, but a team was a goal. And I know it's not like Puck or Iaguz where it's like in Premier League and I fucking smoked this guy and shit like that. But I think it's what I'm proud of.
I've actually. Oh, sorry, I was seeing a question in chat. I just got to answer this one.
Do you
What's up?
remember me from MLG Iaguz?
Who?
Did no?
Sorry.
No! I'm
Sorry.
sure I probably mistook you for Hendrilisk at some point. Did that happen?
Really?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, it wasn't Angeles. No, it wasn't Angeles.
Oh,
I
fuck.
know you didn't. I know you didn't mistake me for Angeles because of the conversation we had.
Okay.
这个白痴，
I mistook someone for Hendrilisk. It wasn't Hendrilisk.
Okay. People
No,
mistook
sorry,
me for Drunken Boy. Like
Oh,
all the
that's the
IVD
one.
all the IVD players come up to me and they were like, "Drunken Boy." I'm like, Midday. They're like, "Oh, okay." And then like right afterwards, Puck walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, are you Drunken Boy?" I'm like, "No, I'm Midday." He's like, "Oh shit." And I'm like, "Ah, okay." All the issues look the same.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay, let me see here.
Anyway.
I'm gonna get this marquee going because like I've got literally no one calling into the show. Hang on, call us now. EXE breaker, Skype, EXE breaker. Okay, so come on. If I don't take questions, then I feel like I'm not doing my job right. Hold on, let me marquee the other way because that looks broken. All right. All right. So. Let me stop and think about this for a minute. We kind of went just a little bit into overtime here, but I feel like we haven't done our job as, I guess you'd say, the question answer guys. But, what are you guys looking forward to the most of 2015? Like WCS, it's kind of monopolistic just a little bit, but yeah.
For me, it's just.
What do you mean
traveling with
monopolistic? There's IAMs, there's DreamHacks,
Well,
there's...
yeah, but there hasn't.
well,
Red Bulls.
there's Red Bulls.
But there's been rules that
There's
have
Pro League.
basically. I mean, Blizzard basically set the policy for WCS and as well as StarCraft tournaments as a whole back in 2013. They said, okay, well, your tournaments are now capped at $25,000 and they cannot compete with our tournament for airtime.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
well, I wouldn't say that's a monopoly. Like,
Yeah. Sort
that's
of.
just them protecting their own shit, which makes sense. They made the fucking game.
That's true. And I mean, at the end of the year, they still have more
What's the complaint
viewers.
about?
Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, there's no getting around that. Oh, no calls just yet. Jeez.
We don't have to get.
Yeah. It's
Take-
just,
We can accept typed questions,
All right.
surely.
okay. So
We
let's
have
take like 3
technology for
questions.
that.
Why is TASC still a team? Can that team be banned? I always hate hitting them on ladder, so BM and probably hackers. Has MLG or Red Bull announced any lands in USA, Canada? Red Bull, I'm pretty sure, like, right now, I mean, we already see that WCS has announced their plan for 2015, so I'm thinking, like, what's happening with Red Bull is they're just now putting all their, making their plans. Does that make sense or no? They're budgeting right now for 2015 at Red Bull Esports because they
Oh,
haven't
okay.
announced anything yet. Once the budget is typically settled on, that's when the big announcements are made. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
I actually have a question about that. What do you guys think of Red Bull?
Oh fuck! I would
Same
love
here.
to see like I mean.
What do you mean by that? Like, what do we think of Red
The
Bull?
events.
I think they're great. Are
Mhm.
you looking for anything else?
I completely agree.
Okay.
Because I've always gone to like other events like MLG and things like that, but when I went to Red Bull, it wasn't like some giant fashioned kind of thing that was unorganized. Yeah, sometimes they might have been a little bit slow, but they actually got what they needed out of the player base that actually went there. It was cost ineffective the way they set it up, or cost effective. Sorry, it was cost effective the way they set it up. They're actually able to get like a pretty decent prize pool to get people to come out there. It wasn't something that was super unorganized like an MLG, and it's something that I can see that's going to keep happening over and over and over again the way they're doing it. So to me, it was probably the best events I've been to regarding any kind of event here in North America specifically. Now, I don't know about outside of North America, but in the North American scene, probably the best event I've been to. So that's why I was actually curious about it, because when you guys brought up Red Bull, I was like, I wonder what other people's, other players' perspectives was toward it.
I don't know, it seemed nice. I didn't manage to make it to any of them when I was in America last year. They kept happening when I wasn't in the country, or something else. Like, fuck. So if I make it back to America next year, I'll definitely go to at least one of them, hopefully more.
When I was at Red Bull, Suppy asked the admins to take Petraeus out of his group because he didn't want to deal with them.
Huh?
And he got put into my group. So I.
Oh, what? What?
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, new topic. Red Bull's fucked. We hate them now. Fuck Red Bull.
Are you lying, or is that really
No,
the truth?
No, I'm serious. Because Suppy went to the admins and he was just like, look, there's 2 people in my group with WCS points, and that seems a little bit out of whack. Can you guys take Petraeus out of my group?
Let's start this shit. Suppy. No one likes Suppy now. Let's all
Is
hate
that
him.
like fair or?
It really depends on what perspective you look at. Like, I can understand, like, if I was Suppy, you know what? Maybe I would have done the same thing. But at the same time, I don't know. He was like kind of like white lying to me too. He's like, you'll be fine. And then later on, he was talking. He's like, oh, Petraeus' EVZ is so good. How am I supposed to win? And then like he literally said it like that. And next I'm like, and you're saying that I can own him? He's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm like, this guy right here.
Nobody else Suppies. We all fucking hate him now. Okay, good.
Is that the one that had Tudming at it too, or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tudming went to MLG. He didn't go
He
to...
went to a Red Bull.
He did go to Red Bull. He went to Red Bull Atlanta.
Oh.
And
Well, hush mine.
Yeah.
because
Finished at round of 8, I think.
I remember when I was standing beside Suppy, and I'm like, Trace isn't in your group anymore. He's like, no, I asked the admins to move him out. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, because we both had WCS points. I wanted to get him out. I'm like, he better not have been put into my group. And like, he's like, and the next week, like,
I'm just curious why Suppy cares so much about WCS points. He's not making it to fucking BlizzCon.
hold on. And then we scrolled down. We scrolled down on the page, and then we saw me and Petraeus in the same group. And then he just turned his face and looked at me with like a look of like slight upsetness and like shock. And I just looked back at him, and we just sort of stared at each other for a second. And I'm like, you fucking bitch.
Oh, behind the scenes.
So we all hate Red Bull.
All right.
And the thing was, if they didn't put him into my group, I would have played Demo, who I have a pretty even record against.
Oh
and
man.
I wouldn't have gotten put up against Taja, like who stopped me at the round of 64. So maybe I would have went a little further because Petraeus didn't have to play a Korean. I don't think. No, he didn't. No. So I would have had to play Demo, and if I beat Demo, I would have been in the money. Except,
So
but it's
Suppy
like,
owes you money. Are you saying Suppy and Red Bull both owe you money?
no, but actually, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's a blessing in disguise that Suppy networked Petraeus into my group because I got second, I had to play Taja, and that got me a main stage performance, and that's what I wanted in the first place. So it all kind of works out.
Okay. You wanted everyone to see you get smashed by Asia.
I wanted to be on the main stage.
I feel
Fair
so
enough.
bad now.
And if you look at that second game, it really wasn't that bad. The first game was a train wreck because I lost 17 workers to an SCV to a Hellion run by, and then
Did you do
later on.
crazy stuff on main stage too, just to get the fame.
No, I didn't do that. No, I saw other people do that.
Okay.
Like QX, like Suppy did it, and then QXC was doing it, and then I'm like, this is getting old really fast. Yeah. But I was like moving my lings to like set up a super sick surround, and next he just runs in while I'm like setting my lings up, and then Hasselhoff's like, his lings are out of position. I'm like, no, they're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, which is like another way of saying out of position. But you know.
All right. I don't know. Like, how about we backtrack just a little bit, though? I mean, how about we do a little bit more chit chat about, say, the WCS global events that have 75% invite or something like that. Did Blizzard make any statements to address anything like this? Can you guys remember anything like that, or no?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously they're gonna have to make something to answer for this, but at this point, I want to say, like, yeah, we can see there's a solid plan, but like the official dates for when qualifiers are taking place, those haven't been announced yet, have they?
for Red Bull? Or?
No.
No,
No.
WCS.
Oh,
Global.
Sorry, I
like we're
kinda
changing
blanked
the
out. I blanked out for a minute.
yeah, we're just changing the topic now from what is it? From questions now to going back to the WCS events.
Yeah,
Okay.
no dates yet. No dates yet.
All right, hold on. I got a friend who wants to do a call-in question, but
What's the question?
what question? Let me ask him. Oops, damn. Forget that actually took you guys off. But anyway, took you guys off of my XSplit screen. But I was actually wondering, like, moreover, like, what's Blizzard going to do to answer for something like 75% invite events? I mean, like, we've already talked about, say, the 50% invites be locals of the nation or at least the region there. Players' opinions on tournaments including Koreans as invites and NA players having to
I
qualify.
already thought I had a conclusion on this, which is that we'll never find a truly equitable system, but thankfully this is only for deciding who gets to attend one tournament in like a year for a game that has plenty of tournaments. And to me that's it. I don't really care what people do with like it's kind of bullshit that at least 4 or 5 people are going to coast in through their constant invites. But like yeah.
Alright, so guys, this is Kyle. He's Muiz Kabani, and he's formerly been on the Quantic roster, at least as a press writer, and of course he's an all-time... Let's just throw this out there as an all-around esports lover.
So
Kyle,
he's
you there?
He's
Hello.
Destiny's friend.
Oh.
Destiny's friend.
It was
You know
after
Midday?
Destiny, but it was near the end. But I see you got my question, obviously. Hey,
Alright.
how's it going, Ruff?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
You guys go back, don't you?
A little
We know
bit.
each other, kind of. A little bit. I mean,
Alright.
we met at the Tampa LAN, right? With the
Was
the
it Tampa?
hackers. Yeah, it was the Tampa LAN with
What's the question?
the
Yeah,
Oh,
the
question.
question was
Question,
your
please.
opinion on
Questions.
the invites of Korean players versus the NA players having to qualify. Like you see NA players going through brackets of 120 players just to qualify for a tournament that they probably don't have a big chance of winning. When you see people like Parting and Bomber and Polt being invited just because of who they are, it almost seems like the better players have a better chance of winning these tournaments without having to go through the hard effort. Does
That-
make sense?
That's
I agree.
true. I agree
I would-
completely.
I would counter that to become parting, you have to shovel massive mounds of shit.
Yeah, but what if he stays on top and you never have the... Well, I mean, like... Oh, Jesus. How do I throw this out? As a caster, like, I have to throw this out there and say, okay, well, upsets can be produced at just about any level of play, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Right.
for fuck's sake, what was the biggest one in 2013? Or 2014? What was the opening upset? Can you think
Haas
of it?
versus Korea.
Haas versus Korea.
Yeah.
Really? You think that was it? That was the
I don't
biggest
know.
upset?
That's just the first one that springs to my mind.
Because I
What's
talked
the
about
name?
it before, or because... Is that...
I think the biggest upset, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
was when Pig Baby came out of nowhere and
Ah,
won
that's right.
NA.
That's
Because
Yeah,
right.
but he's
people-
Korean. Like Koreans beating people is not an
He's
upset.
Korean.
Daisy's
but-
Korean,
he's
but he
Korean.
didn't win first prize.
He's Korean, but no one knew his name before that unless they watched
Right.
Pro League. The off chance that he was actually being played, which he hardly ever was by
I
Jenner.
think I'm afraid I must continue to disagree here,
Okay, that's fine.
since I don't think a Casper player beating someone, if that's the biggest upset, I don't think there were if that it really is the biggest upset in a year, there can't have been that many upsets. If that's
Now,
the
are
one
we
you're going
talking?
What about-
specific
what about-
WCS?
I think so, yeah. I mean, like,
Just
we're talking
thinking,
about global events.
I guess, like, of course, Hendreleska is an amazing player, but he 3-0'd Scarlet, and I don't think anybody expected that.
Yeah, I
Moose
mean,
skills 2-0 Scarlet yesterday.
like,
This is true.
the
Literally
words-
Moose skills.
in the words of Total Biscuit, I mean, online qualifiers are as much luck as they are skill. So, I mean, once you stop and think about that for a minute, I mean, I think it would make sense to maybe go through and have every single player go through and play online qualifiers, and you know, like maybe do something like what Take TV does, have some separate qualifiers to determine who's going to have their plane ticket paid for, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, thanks for the answer, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks.
Hey, Kyle.
Yep. What's
you
up?
You wanna be my co-host later on, maybe next week?
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
All right. I'll catch you later, bro.
Yep. Catch you later. Thank you all.
See ya.
Thanks for the input, I guess.
No problem. No problem. Thanks for having. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. No problem. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Oh wait, I'm the host.
Lol. Okay, so I don't know. Do you think that's gonna bring it to a wrap for the day, or I mean,
think
like
we're
the
done.
thing is, everyone is stuck speculating at next year's WCS, right? And I mean, we just don't know what's gonna happen just yet. I mean, basically the most influential guys out there are, well, I mean, when In Control talks, Blizzard listens. That's why, and same with Total Biscuit. That's why there was a total reset this year. So all we can do is sit here and speculate.
I think they listen to more than those two. Like, I think they listen to Carmack a lot, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely, he's one of their
I think they
biggest
listen to
guys.
this more than 2 people. Adds one
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
like, fuck, I don't know who else. I can't think of any right now, but I'm sure there's more. Like,
I've spoken.
there-
I've spoken.
fuck you.
Who do I think will be the next up-and-coming player in 2015, and why? I think it's going to be Spider Husky, because he's the newest Terran in all of Taiwan. I'm kidding. All right, it's getting kind of late here on our end. I'm thinking you guys need sleep, and if not, you guys have lives to live. So, basically, yeah. You guys have any closing thoughts?
Root for root.
Root for root, Jesse. Hot.
My
What a
closing
gruff.
thoughts.
Yes.
I don't know.
Jumps in at the end.
What?
Adds closing thoughts.
Yeah. Well, like, you have to have
Whoa.
you have to provide Puck's closing thoughts. What do you think
There we
Puck's
go.
closing thoughts would be?
All right.
Not basically just to have fun, not worry about things. That's how
That
I
is
know.
Definitely what Puck would say.
How
Thanks.
yeah.
Who's the Korean player
don't worry
joining
about
Taiwanese
drama.
team?
Just have fun, you know, and just
That's the
play the
point.
game.
All right.
Just you know, support esports. Don't chase people away. You know, people
Alright.
try to chase me away. I didn't go away.
I'm here to stay too. I mean, like, people are trying to do that with me. Let the haters hate. But I mean, like,
Hey guys, let's not turn this into like a self.
another
like trying to host
conversation coming.
this panel for,
yo, you don't know my esports casting, man. I'm kidding.
for popularity, and we're like, yeah, literally 50% of the people here are like hated.
Okay. How about you, Sam? Closing thoughts?
None,
All right.
other than good talk.
Well, I mean, I personally, I hope next year's WCS is pretty big. I hope the foreigners do pretty well. I don't know what led me to believe that 50% of the players are going to be from outside of Korea, but
Maybe the fact that BlizzCon's 8+8 players will be determined from WCS and WCS Korea.
see, I knew I wasn't totally delusional there. I mean, Iaguz told me, like, are you completely?
But the matter
are
of
you
the fact
crazy?
is there will
Yeah.
be Koreans in WCS, NA, and EU that will probably
Right.
dominate them.
Right. So I mean, at the end of the year, we're likely to see 4 white people, or not 4 white people, but 4 non-Koreans at the live venue.
Something.
I imagine we will see more than 4 non-Koreans at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
At
That would be
least
maybe
4. At least 4.
We'll see. We'll see. It depends. If there are 4
And
to 8, if there are 8 Koreans in WCS non-Korea, we're gonna see a 16 Korean BlizzCon. There we go.
Oh boy, I think it's a little ironic that 2013 actually had Naniwa in
Snoot
it.
will make it happen. Snoot will get there.
Yeah,
He'll
for
make
sure.
Swarm hosts. He'll make these new shitty Swarm hosts, and he'll get there. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's highly ironic Naniwa got to BlizzCon in 2013. 2014, I'm surprised we didn't see any non-Koreans qualify, but I mean, considering the
I need to
handicap,
look at BlizzCon 2013, no?
huh?
I forgot BlizzCon 2013.
Naniwa was there, he had to play Revival in best of 7
That's
to
right.
or best of 5 to determine a tiebreaker, but he went there and he lost in round
it
16.
was
Salty.
it was like Taja
Yes,
playing.
salty. I've just
It was
looked it up.
Taja playing Revival, and that would decide whether Taja or Revival would get in or something like that. And because Taja beat Revival, Naniwa got the spot, and then Naniwa's first match was against Sulky, and he lost 1-3.
Damn.
And I would know it because I'm Sulky's gayest fan.
Okay, so
Nice to know.
all right, guys, I think that's
That's out
gonna
on the internet now, and it's not going away.
right.
I
Yeah, this is gonna be a VOD.
I
This is gonna
already-
be a VOD, by the way.
already said that when Sulky was streaming, somebody I was like, hold on. He says he's going to use the bathroom because he typed in Korean. I typed in the chat, I'm like, I can be his toilet. And then Jim Rising screenshot. Jim Rising screenshot.
Did we need to know that?
It was like so perfect.
Oh man. Okay. So, I don't know. Thanks for waking me up in time for this, guys. The whole reason why we didn't have the show yesterday is, of course, because I was underslept the previous day, and on that day I overslept. In fact, I slept through my alarms, and I think that's gonna bring this show to a draw. We've already gone through our closing thoughts, and I think like we're gonna give this some, I guess you'd say, some user feedback for a while, and then see what everyone thinks, and then we'll see whether or not there's a show next week. How about that?
All right.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, like, and I wanna rotate the player base out just a little bit. Everyone's got their own varieties, things like that. I've got some nice personal projects, nice personal deals that are gonna come up in the near future. That's it. So, gentlemen, Midday, yes, I'm still, and I mean, like, superficially speaking, we're kind of filling the role for like inside the game and state of the game because like no one else is talking about this, right?
Well, there are 2 other talk shows in rotation right now.
One of them's that one with Lycan, right?
Like, yeah. And then the other one's Recall or Remax, whatever it's called.
Remax.
Oh, right. And then there's also Trash Talk with Richard Lewis. But I mean, that's kind of like pan esports, not just StarCraft. So, great to have you guys on board. I think that's going to bring things to a wrap. We've been talking for 2 hours and 30 minutes. A little bit
All right.
overdue, right?
Yeah.
A
Right.
little.
All right. So,
See you guys.
suggestions appreciated in the Team Liquid thread, guys, and the VOD will be up eventually.
Some guy just said in the chat Remax is over because of Huck and Destro drama. So.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I was
Alright.
thinking in my head, but I'm like, I better not say that.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit less competition. Both of those guys are Canadians.
So does that mean you're the monopoly right now?
I like.
I don't know.
here's
Is
the-
there anything else that is like Remax or even unfiltered?
Wasn't there that the late game?
That we just talked about that, yeah.
That had Destiny,
Yeah,
Lycan.
okay.
Yeah, that's the one with Destiny and Lycan, right? The late game.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
on that. I was on that.
So
I
we
one.
need
haven't
to-
seen that one yet.
Yeah. First and foremost, let me just say I make no money off of this. Like, I screwed something up with AdSense on my YouTube channel, so I'm actually not getting any CPM for this. And what I like, Twitch, I'm basically just getting like rollovers, and that's it. Like, I haven't played a single commercial since we started this, so it's been great having you guys on board. I really look forward to the next episode, and hopefully you guys can keep me awake in time. Sound good? Like, wake me up before we get
Okay.
started next week.
All right.
Great having you on, Ruff. Nice of you to fill in for Puck, and I think, I don't know. I guess this is where we all say goodbye, guys.
Alright, see ya.
See you guys next
All right.
week. All right.
Catch you later, and thanks for having me on here.
Thanks for being here. All right, bye. Bye, guys. Bye, Iaguz. Bye, Gimli.